guys, it's Arpana again from Getting Healthy for Life, and today I am trying to make some healthy soba noodles. As you can see here, I've got my soba noodles that I found in the rice aisle at the grocery store. These are buckwheat organic noodles, very healthy. Just got them cooking in a little bit of boiling water. I did put in some olive oil in here and just a touch of salt just to keep them all separated. What I've also got going is over here in my wok, I'm going to go ahead on some medium-high heat, heat everything up, and go ahead and start cooking my vegetables. So I've got some cabbage and some chopped red bell pepper here. I've also got some scallions that I'm going to be adding in a little bit later. And this is a recipe that I adapted, but it calls for broccoli as well, which I'm definitely going to add in here. But I didn't want to, I tried it once before and it seemed like the broccoli just sort of didn't cook well enough, like with the cabbage. So I've gone ahead and I've put it in the steamer for a few minutes just to kind of make it a little softer so I can put it in here and it'll taste good in the finished product. So I'm going to go ahead and cook my vegetables. The soba noodles cook pretty quickly, so you only want to give them about 5 or 6 minutes and then drain them, rinse them with cold water, and just set them aside until you're ready to add your vegetables. Alright, so I'm going to take care of that and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, so what I've done is I've just cooked the vegetables for about 5 minutes or so. I've put the steamed broccoli back in here. And we've also added about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and about a spoonful of chopped up ginger root. You can add that or change that according to your taste, depending on how you like it. We like it a little bit more garlicky, so I've added a little extra. What I've also done is once the vegetables were all cooked, I've gone ahead and chopped up some scallions. You can put the scallions right on top if you like the way that they taste. We like them a little bit softened and the milder flavor, so I usually put them in at the end when the vegetables are pretty much done, so they can just soften a little bit while they're in there. And I'm going to go ahead and make the sauce, and what I've done here is I've made a whole bunch of sauce, so we can have some extra. And basically what I've done is I've put in some almond butter, and in this case I've got about 6 tablespoons of almond butter. I've got 6 tablespoons of water, 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and as a substitute for soy sauce, because it's pretty high in sodium and I like to have something a little bit healthier, I'm using some Bragg's liquid aminos in its place, and I've put in about 2/3 of the amount of everything else, which is about 4 tablespoons. So I'm just going to go ahead and gently mix this all together, and then we're going to go ahead and combine our recipe. Now the almond butter is a little bit difficult to sort of get moving initially. I've had mine in the refrigerator, so it may take you a second or two to kind of get it moving, but once it does mix up rather nicely. Now you can adjust the amounts of stuff that you have in here depending on your taste. I have kids that really enjoy having a bunch of sauce on their noodles, and I really can't object because this is a pretty healthy sauce. So we're just going to get that a good whisk so it's nice and smooth. Now my soba noodles, like I said, I'd already rinsed them and drained them in some cold, rinsed them in some cold water and set them aside to drain because I wanted them to stop cooking. They cook rather quickly. The sauce, as you can see, is a little thick, but it is kind of creamy, so it'll go in there nicely. I'm just going to go ahead and add the soba noodles in here to the vegetables so we can get everything combined. And go ahead and just get your sauce in there, get it all combined, and then you want to kind of mix it up again. Alright, so here we go. Some soba noodle stir fry, all done, ready for dinner. Tastes really, really good, very wholesome, very healthy for you. And I'm going to go feed the troops.